Charlemagne has recently had an interview with Don Lennon on CNN. And in this interview, they discuss some of the concerns of Black America. They discuss the Democratic candidates running against Trump, which none of them are worth 2 cents. We have what? Joe Biden, which they falsely claim that Joe Biden has so much support from Black America due to Barack Obama, but that's false because the new black media here on Twitter, YouTube, and other social media platforms, we have torn Joe Biden a new hole in his ass because he's a damn opportunist. We haven't forgot about that crime bill that Joe Biden proudly boasts that he written it. So we not for no damn Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he's an old school white supremacist, racist. Okay, come on now. We know better than that. What we have next, Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders, his little tiny little Jewish ass, he been caught several times getting an attitude and getting upset by just being asked the question of reparations. Do he support reparations? And he sit up here and act like he don't understand clear English and say, well, what does that mean? Well, what does it mean? Don't you speak English? Did they say it in Chinese? Oh, we. See, and who we have next? Kamala Harris. See, I haven't even kept up with other and Cory Booker. Now Cory Booker, he need to go somewhere and sit down. Like, what did you do for the citizens of Newark, New Jersey before you left as mayor? There's so many deaths going on in Newark, New Jersey. Poverty still exists, unemployment, gentrification going on. And it's already expensive to live there. They still kicking you out and pushing you out. Oh, wait, come on now. The Democrats, they're going to have to come a little stronger now because we coming with the educated vote from now moving forward. We want our vote to mean something. We want our vote to matter. We want something in return for our vote. But, you know, they've asked some good questions. You know, Don Lemon, he asked Charlemagne some good questions, and Charlemagne came back with some great responses. Like he said that Don Lemon asked Charlemagne, why do you think this president is getting away with so much? And Charlemagne says, because of old white rich male entitlement. And then he also mentions that we already know why he's getting away with these things. You asking these questions. See, that's what the mainstream media likes to do. They like to act like they don't know what's going on in America. They don't know that racism exists. They don't know that black people are being discriminated against. We have to investigate it. We have to do some research. See, when they do stuff like that, they trying to say that you're stupid. And they playing these mind games. That's just like when our family gets murdered or when we face discrimination in this country, they like to say, well, why are you so angry? You see the games that they like to play with us. But, you know, the moral of the story is that what's all the talk and fuss about is that Charlemagne gives his endorsement to Kamala Harris. he endorses Kamala Harris for president, for the next president of the United States of America. This evil, wicked bitch whose policy as prosecutor in California was no different from a white supremacist. All the black men she locked up, the parents she locked up. She gave a speech one time and she chuckled at locking up parents whose children missed school. She did not go after white collar crime. She went after the poor and the defenseless, the black poor and defenseless. Let's be more specific. She has no connections, no ties whatsoever to the black community. A federal judge in the state of California asked this evil, wicked bitch to step down because of her human rights violations. And Charlemagne has the nerve to mention that Trump is setting the stage for a female president. He's setting the stage for a female president. Yes, that'll be so wonderful if we have a female president. Who gives a damn about a female president? Black people going on, moving forward, we care about substance. We care about reparations. We care about someone who's going to come forth to us with a black agenda. Okay? We don't care about voting for you just because you're black, just because you're a Democrat. We've had Barack Obama. We had our first black president, Barack Obama. The stage was set for him. What happened to us? What did we get? See, that's why Kamala Harris, she better keep her little ass on the mainstream media outlets. She better not come to the black media. You don't want this, Kamala Harris. You have not studied for this. Because you will fail. You come on over here to the black media and let's ask you our questions. Let's see if you're going to go on the Phil Advice show. Your Black World. Let's see if you're going to go speak to Tariq Nasheed. I can't think of him right now, but she's not going to come to black media. The new black media. I just can't believe that he would support her. He must be, because that just makes me realize that his interest is not intertwined with the interest of the masses of black people. If he were to support this bitch, why are people acting scared of 4 more years of Trump? What do we have to lose? We've had very racist presidents. Richard Nixon, it was so much disapproval of Nixon coming into office. Some people left the country. Because Nixon, he ran on law and order. Yes. Nixon's presidency was the resentment of whites from the gains of blacks in the civil rights movement. So Nixon ran on law and order when there was no danger, no threat to the country. But that's cold word for keep the Negro in check. We've had very racist presidents like George Bush. What did he do? What was his response to people in Katrina? How did he respond to that? What was his response to people in the inner city ghettos? It was business as usual. We've had Ronald Reagan. He was a racist president. Come on, y'all. Why people? Uh-uh. Give us a black agenda or give us 4 more years of Trump, because this bitch right here, she's not going to cut it for us. We've already said no. I know I'm not voting. Just like I didn't vote last election. I wouldn't dare go vote for Donald Trump nor Hillary Clinton. We've had to deal with administrations such as the Clinton administration. His administration really fucked us up. That crime bill that he championed. Being tough on crime. He campaigned on being tough on crime. That NAFTA act that he championed. That's why America is being so deindustrialized today, because of Bill Clinton. All of the manufacturing jobs. America used to be China. America used to be the manufacturing hub of the world. But the Clinton administration set way for all of our manufacturing industries to move to the global south in search of slave wage labor. But see, we getting off. That's a story for another day. See, the Democrats, they don't want to win this election. We've had Marion Williamson, who was consistent on reparations. They said no, they didn't give her any, they barely gave her any coverage. When there was the debates, they wouldn't ask her many questions. See, they're already rigging this election. Kamala Harris, she wasn't chosen by black people. She was selected by the wealthy elite. She wasn't our pick. But see, this time around, we done got a little wiser. See, at the beginning of this interview, Don Lemon, one thing that he mentioned that he liked about Charlemagne is that Charlemagne stands by what he says. Well, you stand by what you say to the audience, the dying audience of the mainstream media. But let's see if you're going to stand by what you say to the new black media. Because we've already spoken and we've said no to this white supremacist helper, Kamala Harris. Peace, black family.